You're my caffeine in the morning. Got me feeling like I'm on top of the world.
Peace, lovies. It is 7-ish in the morning. I'm out on a walk. It's already hot, so you know I gotta have my coldest water bottle, and it actually did keep my water pretty cold. It's BPA free and keeps your water cold up to 36 hours. And if you want to get one, save 10% off by using my promo code BLISS, and see the links in the description box below. Thank you, Coldest Water, for sponsoring this video, and we are going to get into it.
He don't look the way you do. At midnight, he don't like the way I do. Live my life, I give it all I can. I'm a dreamer, I'm a dreamer, I'm a dreamer.
lovies. All right, let's get into making this seitan. So seitan is made from vital wheat gluten, which is a flour. It's just flour with the starch kneaded out. Okay, so I usually do about a cup. So I have a quarter cup little cup thingy here, so I'm doing it 4 times. But yeah, usually I do about a cup or so. It's not like an exact measurement, as you'll see. None of this is. And then some people add seasoning at this point, but sometimes I do. I just didn't feel like this time, so I just went straight to adding some of the water. Now the water, you want to be careful. I like to add little bits at a time because I just don't like too much water for mine. And it's not really possible to have too much water because the water, you'll see once the texture changes, the water kind of comes out anyway, and it doesn't really let any more water in. But I don't know. I just like mine this way. So I just kind of stir it and pour the water in gradually until I get the consistency that I want, and you'll see that as well in a second. I like a kind of tough consistency with my seitan, so that's why I do mine like this. Sometimes when you put too much water, I don't know, it just comes out a bit too gooey for my taste, so I just prefer to do it like this. But I've been doing this for a long time, and I just have my own little, crazies about how I want it. So pardon me, it's not really this complicated as I'm kind of making it. But yeah, I just keep adding water, kind of poking it, kind of seeing if it's getting the texture that I want. And as it does, then I pick it up and just kind of start to knead it myself because I just like to knead mine. You may not have to. I'm not sure. I've just always done it this way. I haven't really, I think I may have done it a time or two where I didn't knead it at all. And I'm not sure it even made a difference. It's probably just all in my head, but I just like to knead it for like maybe about a minute or so, minute or 2 minutes or something. I'm not exactly timing it. I just kind of do it and however I feel. But I just keep squeezing it and kind of getting the water worked through and making sure any excess water comes out that I don't want, because again, I don't like mine all mushy. Then I'm going to boil it. So I put some water in the pan. Get a big old pan, you all. Do not get like a super small pan because you will be upset, okay, because this thing, you're going to be boiling this for at least 45 minutes to an hour. And so you don't want a little tiny pot. So just get a really big one. And then once it's done, after that, you drain it. It's super hot. So I like to let it cool off while I work on some other things. So I like to make a breading for mine, and I use chickpea flour and flaxseed gel. So while the seitan is cooling, you can handle it while it's hot if you want, but I don't handle it hot. It's just too much. So I let it cool and I put it in the fridge while I make the flaxseed gel. So I use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of flax seeds, whole flax seeds, and then you're going to boil that in a little bit of water. I would say to about 2 to 3 tablespoons. You'll need maybe about a quarter cup of water or so. Oh, about that, or half cup of water, but no more than that, no more than half cup of water. And so while that's coming to a boil, I go ahead and put my chickpea flour in a bowl because I like to go ahead and get that seasoned, because this is where I add the seasoning now. Sometimes I add the seasoning at the seitan when I'm just putting the water in and stuff like that, but sometimes I just do it at the end like this, like I did today, and it comes out, honestly, I don't really see that it's all that different, but you can do it how you want. And you also can get more flavor in it by, instead of boiling it in just regular water, you can boil it in vegetable broth. And sometimes I do that as well, but I was in a rush. I just wanted to kind of do this as quickly as possible. As you can see, it's got a lot of steps. So I put a whole bunch of seasonings in there. I just sprinkle that in there, and I also at this point like to put some nutritional yeast along with those other seasonings, and I just kind of shake it up, and get it ready. Now here the flaxseed is coming to a boil. It will start to get the gooey kind of texture that you want. And once it does, you go ahead and pour that, you need a strainer. pour that into a cup or bowl or whatever. Just make sure you pour it with the strainer, because you don't want those seeds all in your gel, because that doesn't make any sense and it defeats the whole purpose. So you got to pour it in with a strainer. I just use a measuring cup and just pour it in there. Let that cool for just a little while, because it's really hot and I don't think you want to handle that hot like that. It's just really hot. So yeah, I let it cool for a few. But while that's cooling, as you can see, you always are multitasking when you make seitan. It's just a lot of steps. I don't make it that often because it is a lot of steps, and I just make it every so often. And when I make it, I just kind of make a big batch, because I probably won't make it for another month, if not more than that. I really don't make this that often. And so, because it's just a lot, it's just a whole bunch of steps, and I don't usually have that kind of time. So right here, I made a big old chunk of it. So I'm cutting it in half because it's really too thick, and I don't like my tenders to be like that thick. So I cut it in half, and then from there, I'll slice it into, thin slices, because I like mine sort of thin. I guess you can decide the size that you want yours, but I like mine kind of thin, especially because I'm going to bread it, and because it's going to get breaded, and just because it's really thick and it's really chewy, and I don't prefer to have like super big old chunks of it when I cook it, because it doesn't really taste that good like that. And the point is to simulate meat, obviously, and if it's like too thick, the slices, then it doesn't really do that. It kind of defeats the purpose. So then I have my chickpea flour here, and then in the measuring cup I have the flaxseed gel. So this gets really, really messy. Okay, so here I just take the seitan chunks and coat them with the chickpea flour mixture, and then just do that. Just repeat until you finish. Now, sometime I do this 3-step process individually, but this time I did it this way because I find that it's a little neater if you do it like this. So yeah, and then you dip it from the flour. After that, you dip it in the flaxseed gel and then back into the chickpea flour. So you see how it can get messy. So that's why I do it like that. So first the chickpea flour, then the flaxseed gel, and then back into the chickpea flour, and that's the breading. That's all you have to do for it, and you just repeat. Just do it for each chunk. Just keep doing that over and over until it's done. Okay, from here you are going to fry it. So I have here some grapeseed oil. Usually I use either that or avocado oil. So either one works. And whatever cooking oil that you prefer, but those are the two that I primarily cook with. Just deep fry that. Now I don't know if you can do this in an air fryer, but I'm really not. The air fryer and I aren't getting along right now. In fact, I may do a video about that, because hopefully you all can help, because I'm just having issues. My stuff does not come out like the pictures. And so anyway, I just am still back to frying on the pan. I just got an air fryer, but haven't really been using it. So here it is, the final product, nice and crispy. Delicious, because I've seasoned the breading, and then I have this sauce here. Oh my gosh, the sauce was pretty good. I just kind of picked that sauce up a little while ago from Whole Foods, and I'll show you that in a second. But it's pretty good. The peanut coconut sauce, it's all right, but I use any kind of dipping sauce. And there it is. That's how it looks on the inside. Looks like meat, and it tastes good. It tastes like chicken nuggets. I love these things, and they last. And when I make a batch, it can last for like a few meals, honestly, or snacks or whatever the heck you want to use them for. But this is how they turn out. I love these daggone things. And you all comment below if you try this recipe. Let me know how it goes. I hope you try it. And if you have not already done so, follow me over on Instagram at blissfully.mindful. Go by my blog at blissfullymindful.life. And if you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I've been doing this for a while. This is a series I've been doing with all this vegan stuff. I've been vegan for about 20 years, over 20 years now. And so I'm just sharing some of my little tidbits about different things, whether it's recipes or how I grocery shop and what brands I prefer, just whatever, So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Be sure to give this a huge thumbs up. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait until the surprise next week. I will see you all then. Sunflower smooches, peace and love. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah.